Hey guys, my name is Cypherek, and I'm on PC Part Picker. And I'm on this website again, not to show some deals, but I'm on here to show my computer because as of right now, I have updated what I have on my computer. So we'll just go through the parts all over again, just to reconfirm what I have, and to explain my changes and why I made the changes. But to start off, we have the two Intel Xeon E5 2670s. These are server grade processors. They have 8 cores, 16 threads. It has a base clock of 2.6 gigahertz, but it turbos up to 3.2 gigahertz. And with me having two of these, it bumps up my core clock or my core count to 16 cores, 32 threads, which is great with applications that can take advantage of the multi-threads. For programs that do not, it doesn't affect it too much. Like, it might work off the first processor, like CPU 0, and CPU 1 could be just no use, so it runs like 2% usage. But to cool them, I have two Arctic Alpine 20 plus CO CPU coolers. Went with these because of the fact that they were cheap, first off. And second, Xeons don't get hot. Xeons are meant to run non-stop, like I would say moderate to full load while they're being used. And so they're designed to not get really hot or anything. And these coolers will provide more than enough cooling, because normally in server chassis areas they have passive cooling. They'll have the heatsink without a fan, and then they'll have like a very small low RPM fan blow across the heatsink just to push the heat out. And so these here would do more than enough. I could have probably just thrown a heatsink onto it and it would have been fine, but I went with this because I wanted to have fans to help circulate the air in the case itself as well. So I went with that. And once again, I do not have this motherboard. They don't have the exact model. I have like the step down from this one. I have an ASRock EP2C602. And the only difference is the motherboard I have is it has it has 8 less RAM slots, and it has whereas this one has the slots here. I believe I have more PCI Express slots, so there's a little bit of give and take with it. I don't have all this IO on mine either. I only have the two LAN ports together and the one with the USB, and I believe I have just the VGA output. But PC Part Picker didn't have it, so I just chose this one as this was the closest one to it, because this is literally just a step up from it. But for memory, I have the Kingston 16 gig kit of RAM. It's 2x8 gig DIMMs. They're registered at it's registered memory at DDR3 1333 megahertz. But I have it overclocked up to 1600, which isn't much. I just try to go for 1600, that way I have a little bit of more speed and it doesn't change any of my settings. It literally actually helps performance for using Premiere, and when I go to do like Photoshop, any kind of modeling, it'll help out. Now for my storage, this is also something else that is not particularly correct. The Seagate Barracuda 1TB is, and I'm going to be pulling that out soon because I'm going to have that repurposed for another computer that I'm going to be building soon. But I have that, and I don't have a 3TB. I have a Hitachi Ultrastar 2TB enterprise drive. And the reason why it shows a 3TB is because I think they accidentally removed all the 2TB drives from PC Part Picker, or there's something wrong with them. So this was like the next thing. So I got the 2TB for $49. Now, one of the big changes to my computer was the video card, because I had the GTX 960 in it, and I ended up getting a VisionTek Radeon RX 480 8GB card. It's manufacturer refurbished, and I bought it from VisionTek's website, so I bought it from the manufacturer themselves. The reason why I went with it was because of the fact that the original listing price was $179. After tax was an extra $10, and then shipping was an extra $10. So it bumped it up to $200 for a card that normally runs, I want to say, around the price of $260, because they still are pretty inflated in price, which I'm not going to complain, because that's like $60 in savings depending on which manufacturer you go with. And I haven't had any problems with it. I've noticed a lot of improvement from the 2GB GTX 960 up to the 8GB RX 480. So it is a very pleasant upgrade. And I still have the Phanteks Enthoo Pro case, because it still can situate my server grade motherboard, and I still have the EVGA Supernova Nex 650 watt 80 plus gold certified fully modular ATX power supply. And for the monitor, I have the 21.5 inch. Actually, I believe this is a 21.5 inch monitor, and then I also have like a 19 inch AOC monitor that's resolution is 1366 by 768, but that wasn't in the list or anything else, so that's like another $100 to this. And then I also have the Oracle Monster USB 3.0 PCI Express card, where it gives me 5 USB 3.0 ports and also lets me use the 3.0 ports on the front of the case. I also have a sound card, which I did not add to this list, which I need to. But anyways, that is my computer. That's my upgraded computer as of right now. Because this is a custom part, it's going to show this compatibility notes where it says doesn't have 3.0, but this here actually will make it work once I can get it up on Newegg. Because on the back of it, if I can get the back, you have where you power it with Molex, which kind of sucks because I had to run a Molex cable in this computer. But it also has the 20-pin connector for USB 3.0, so I could hook up my front panel connectors. So that is my build. And I'm not saying go out and build this, because granted the price of these have gone down for brand new. On Newegg Marketplace you can get it for $185. SuperBiz is still reading for freaking $1,500. That's expensive, and it's discontinued, so they don't even have it. But I wouldn't say build this, because you can get something cheaper and it'll do the exact same thing. Xeons are more suited for very, very continuous use, to where it's going to be handling a lot of information at once. It's overkill for what I need, but I wanted it because looking at the price of the CPUs, I got them for $60 used. So I did like what a lot of people did and got them cheap, and then end up paying an astronomical amount for the motherboard itself. Now, my next upgrade for this computer would be getting more RAM and getting another 2TB hard drive. And that being said, I might have to upgrade my power supply, because as of right now, it's saying that the estimated wattage usage is going to be 608 watts. And that's the max. Now, that was if I was running this at full load, which I don't. Just recently, I downloaded CPU hardware monitor, and once it pops up, okay, so you can see here, like, it has everything reading. It's my motherboard with the voltages, the temperatures for everything, and then you got the first Xeon, the different cores. And the max of it is reading, like, core 7 is 114 degrees Fahrenheit or 46 degrees Celsius, which it can handle no problem, and the average is about 109. and then it has a utilization for each of the threads. So like the highest one I see right now is 9%, or no, 15% here. And then you go down here and it's like Xeon, this one is doing a little bit more work. It's a little bit hotter. The average is 120, with the highest being, I see 123 degrees or 51 degrees Celsius. So yeah, and then you can see where it has all of my other components, like my first hard drive and my second hard drive being in heavy use. And then you have this, the Hitachi here is my boot drive, and then probably my this is my external hard drive, and then this is my Seagate Barracuda. And then I have a flash drive that I have plugged in, and then my RX 480. So, needless to say, that is my computer as of right now. And for even added bonus, you can see the speeds that my processor are running at, which it's only a 4% utilization, and even OBS Studio, which I'm using to record this, is showing 2.7%, 3.1% CPU usage, so it's about 3% usage on the processors. So it's actually downclocking, which means that it's not going to be running as hot. And you can see like the memory usage is at 4 gigs about. But that's because Chrome eats RAM. So, anyways, thank you for watching the video. I do appreciate it. I'll be doing another video talking more into what I want to really get into right after this. So, stay tuned. I don't know when I'm going to post that. But thank you for watching, and have a good day.